just like this cold I have, no one asked for the Super Bowl, guys. I'm fed up with this. Just get right to the intro. We'll head to the highlights. I'll give you guys breakdowns of both games. But, yeah, no one asked for the Super Bowl. Like, come on.
Championship game from Philadelphia as the Eagles play host to the Commanders for the right to go to Super Bowl 59, and we say welcome.
Four-man rush. Daniels, far side, is caught by Ertz. Another conversion on fourth down. Daniels steps away, runs for it. Daniels, first down. And the kick is up and good. So gets it, Saquon Barkley, first down, Barkley, Saquon, touchdown.
He just runs some basic execution.
De'Ami Brown with his speed on the cross. Brown runs into Najee. Ball is out. Eagles recover.
Rarely allows the first guy to get him on the ground.
Ertz gives to Barkley. Barkley, touchdown, number 2. Here's Tress Way. Oh, it's a fake. Look at the throw. He's got a man wide open, and it's caught. Sinnott, the third tight end. Here's Gonzalez, 46 yards out, and that is perfect. Elliott was good from 60 in warm-ups today. Here he is. Kick is up, and it's sailing, and it is no good. Daniels fires one caught. McLaurin in stride. Breaks a tackle. Terry McLaurin is in. Touchdown.
On the left.
Daniels gets it to Eckler. Eckler is taken down. Well, Hurts has to unload, going deep. A.J. Brown, he's got it! Hurts gets a shove. Hurts in! A.J. Brown. Now Washington with plenty of time left and 2 timeouts as well. Here's McNichols. And just barely caught. The ball is out! Philadelphia, did they get it? First to throw. Near side, lets it rip. Brown! Touchdown! Gonzalez kick is up. It is perfect. That is some job. Design run. Hurts, delay. Hurts! In! Touchdown, Eagles! Going quick here. Daniels looking to keep it. Daniels, great move! On his feet and in for the touchdown! Trouble, floats one. Oh, Zacchaeus made it happen for 2. Daniels surveying, goes far side, caught it. Ball is out, and the Eagles have it. Barkley gets outside. Saquon down at the 1. They're gonna go, and Hurts is in. Touchdown, Eagles. Pressure. Daniels sacked. Nolan Smith.
They're basically unstoppable.
Here is Barkley. Outside. Barkley touchdown. Nothing but special teams. Now getting a big roll. Daniels going deep to the end zone. It is. Is it picked? It is. Intercepted.
Been a very tough team to beat. They showed it.
And with that, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Fun NFL. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the NFL Championship Sunday recap, of course, here in 2025. This was, it was definitely 2 championship games, to say the least. Of course, here in the first one, in the NFC, obviously, as you just saw in the highlights, the Eagles were able to take over the Commanders in what was probably a score of, like a mediocre high school basketball matchup, as the Eagles hang the most points ever scored in an NFC Championship game at 55 as they knock off the Commanders in what was a complete drubbing. And I was very close with the prediction. I had them scoring 45 points, so the fact they scored this many, I mean, just simply crazy. But I was pretty close on the Commanders, though. Anyway, though, if you're a Commanders fan, you can't really be too mad about how this game went. Yeah, it sucks to lose to a rival, but you guys should have never been here, and I think you guys all know that. So, my bad. My voice is cooked right now. But outside of that, for the Commanders, I mean, there was a lot of issues with this team. There's going to be stuff they'll work on the offseason, but overall, it was been a fantastic season. The Eagles, they should have won by 5 scores. I don't think 4 scores was enough. I mean, 32 points, you know. You could have scored 4 touchdowns, 4 two-point conversions. That's beside the point. The Eagles are going to the Super Bowl for the second time in 3 years, and of course, no one likes the matchup, but please, Eagles, do something about it. Again, this game was sort of close going into the fourth quarter. Was it 34-23, something like that? But then the Eagles just laid down the hammer, and, you know, it got really ugly. For Jaden Daniels, he was really rattled against pressure, which was very weird. But I will say, Vic Fangio, the pressure looks he brought were very similar to the ones he saw back in Week 11. I'm not going to really say that's Jaden Daniels' fault completely, but I don't think him and Cliff Kingsbury really prepared the right way for those, because on those third downs, he really did struggle. I will say, though, the receivers overall did get open, and he did do a good job getting through his progression. So that wasn't really the biggest issue in this one. I just don't think he was exactly prepared for some of those pressure looks, especially pre-snap, and he just basically had to react post-snap. This is the reason why some of those passes were errant. Also, again, took a couple sacks. The interception, I mean, the game was already over, so I couldn't care less that he threw that. How's that for Jaden? Again, there's a reason there's been no rookie quarterback in the Super Bowl, and yeah, he kind of proved that in this one too. But for Jaden overall, I mean, you can't be too frustrated with how he played. He literally had the best rookie season of all time. Running game, though. Jaden, of course, with that great dirty touchdown there. Outside of that, though, kind of got limited. Brian Robinson should have got more carries than 11. I think he had one nice run, but that was about it. Austin Eckler, pretty safe to say he had a rough day overall. There we go. Receiving wise, I'm not gonna act like these guys didn't get separation, because they did. I will say I gotta give a shout out to Cliff Kingsbury there, and this and really schematically how they prepared for that game, at least in terms of again getting these guys open. Also the fact that I do think that their O-line also they didn't play good obviously, but they played better than that Rams O-line did last week, which is saying something. For Zach Ertz, though, 11 catches, 104 yards. He was a very good underneath threat for in this game. He got open a lot, like I said earlier. But yeah, you probably don't want Zach Ertz being your most targeted guy in the championship game, but that's where they are. Terry McLaurin kind of got shut down. He had that 36-yard crazy touchdown, but outside of that, again, kind of got shut down. So I'd like to see him, you know, get a little more help here, because Diami Brown kind of sold. He had that bad fumble. Again, I don't think he really played his best game. He did get open, though, so in terms of anyone who's going to sign him in the offseason, know that he's a guy who creates a lot of separation, even if, again, he didn't really show up in the biggest game, despite, again, having really good, his two of his best games in his career, last 2 weeks in the playoffs. Alami Zacchaeus, he didn't do much of anything. Ben Sinna had 1 catch. I mean, I didn't really remember that, but I guess he did that. Outside of that, though, Alston Eckler had some checkdowns. John Bates also had 2 catches at the back of that end there. And Luke McCaffrey got in the game, too. I mean, James Crowder, I mean, outside of that touchdown he has against the Eagles, I really don't know what else to talk about with him, because he was an atrocious blocker in this game. But overall, for this Commanders offense, they, again, shot themselves in the foot like every single time. We'll get to the turnovers in a second. But yeah, Commanders offensively, just not it. For this defense, I already knew they weren't exactly the most talented growing in the year. It was a big concern with me with this team. But I will say Joe did a really good job at putting this team in a really good spot, despite giving up a lot of yards in a lot of games. But either way, Marshawn Lattimore, again, he did what he normally does, and that's him take himself out of the game. It's not always a bad thing, though, because he tends to take other guys out of the game. But considering, you know, they were getting blown out, that really wasn't much of a good by him. Jonathan Allen got completely bulldozed in this one by Mekhi Becton, and who is it? The backup center? No, it was Landon Dickerson. He got just absolutely destroyed in this one. I don't really think it's completely his fault, though, because, again, you got Trezon New in there, and they don't really care about him, which kind of sucks, but there's a reason for that. In terms of team's pass rush, it was completely non-existent for most of this game. Like I said, this D-line got completely destroyed. Quan Martin was really bad in this one. I was shocked he had 4 total tackles. Bobby Wagner, I don't think, played too awful, though. Jeremy Chin was very good in pursuit, but, I mean, guys, this defense just got completely bulldozed. And, yeah, they didn't really exactly take advantage of one of their opportunities. Dorrance Armstrong did have a nice sack, though. Oh, yeah, this defense just kind of what we expected. Zane Gonzalez, he was really good. I mean, good for him, I guess. For the Eagles, though, again, Jalen Hurts really didn't have to do too much. Again, you'll see that reflected in the quarterback rankings coming next August. But 20 of 28, 246 and a touchdown. His touchdown was, I guess, pretty nice overall. But, again, Jalen is consistently not making the reads he's supposed to be making. And I think that actually is limiting this offense, and you could see that in the Super Bowl. For Saquon, though, I mean, he's the best running back in football. Despite not really breaking many tackles, I still don't know how that's possible. But, hey, with this O-line, his vision, and his speed, and him just being Saquon, kind of makes sense. You'll definitely see a lot of explosive runs from Saquon in their offseason video there. Will Shipley, I mean, really good for him. Again, you didn't see his touchdown at the end, but he had his first career touchdown there. Again, former Clemson back there. Also, the huge run you saw at the end there. Jalen Hurts had 3 touchdowns. I mean, 16 yards, 3 touchdowns, 10 carries, and kind of tells you there. But yeah, Jalen overall did a pretty good job. Receiving wise, A.J. Brown, 696 and a touchdown. This is kind of a little bit inflated. He got some, just let's say, not very good effort plays from Marshall Lattimore there in coverage, but AJ overall did a pretty good job. Dallas Goedert continues to be a reliable tight end. Devontae Smith really didn't do too much, but I will say he did get open pretty decently. Kenneth Gainwell, I guess Saquon also made some plays. For this O-line, again, they're so good. This is the best year I've seen this offensive line played collectively in, I gotta say, like at least 10 years for this Eagles team. Defensively, though, Zach Bond continues to show why he's been the best linebacker in football this year. That pursuit, again, Reed Blankenship and Cooper DeJean living up to their heritage, I guess, of course, with him there. Oren Burks did a very good job as well. I was kind of surprised, but, Zach Bond being the guy he is, he just, kind of let Oren Burks do his own thing. Jay Oakson also gets a pretty good pressure. I was shocked that he's been this good this year, especially on film. I watched a little bit of that yesterday before this game, so shout out to him. GJ is, he's good. Nolan Smith had a sack. He's really developing. Quinion Mitchell, he's been fantastic. Jordan Davis had a sack. I will say Jalen Carter really didn't have to have the most monster game to win this one. So the fact, again, that was true for this team kind of tells you how good this defense is. Outside of that, though, Jake Elliott missed one field goal. It was kind of ugly, but he hit 7 extra points. Eagles broke, I think, an NFL record with 7 extra points, 7 rushing touchdowns in a playoff game, something like that. Obviously, set the NFL record with most points in a conference championship game at 55. This game was just a complete drubbing. But again, the Eagles didn't win by 5 scores, only by 4 scores. 460 total yards, though, 230 yards on the ground. I think they would have had more rushing yards, but I guess not. But again, when you turn over the ball 4 times as Commanders, as a team, about 100 times to none, you're going to lose. So, yeah, it's really well got for you guys here. Eagles are going to the Super Bowl. Again, they're hosting the Chiefs, as we know. Here are the highlights from that Chiefs game anyway.
One can only wonder, minutes before kickoff, what goes through the minds of Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes as they're about to meet with a Super Bowl berth on the line and the AFC Championship game. On 2nd and 7, down the middle of the field, again on target, Juju Smith-Schuster down to the 20-yard line.
Playoff games, Kansas City.
1st and 10, Hunt again slips through, goes all the way for the touchdown. Pass with the kick, and he crushes 2nd and 2 with a minute to go in the first quarter. And again, the ball's on the ground. And Mahomes tries to fight back to get 1st and goal. They hurry to the line. Cook outside finds the opening. There wasn't much there, but enough for Cook. They're going for it. Here's Mahomes rolling out. It's wide open over there. And he slides for the first down there. From the 11, 1st down. Pass worthy. Touchdown. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mahomes is looking that way, breaking down, able to get rid of it. And somehow, at the end, I think rolling, Mahomes, he can keep it, he can get there, he's in for the touchdown. Down the field for the big ball, to the end zone, and it is caught. Hans, able to hold right there. Allen tries to go off that left side, flips it at the last moment. Gonna look at pitching, and he does to Cook. He reaches across. Touchdown, Buffalo. Brings in Ty Johnson. Looks right, looks left, looks down the middle. Pressure. Over the top. This time he said, forget about that left side. They're 3 for 3 on 4th down in this half. Allen push from behind. I think he got it. 1st and goal. Mahomes still has it. To the 5, and in for the touchdown. Right over here. Mahomes looking right side. Pressure up top. Back in the end zone. Watson with the catch. On 3rd and 8. From the pocket. Down deep. It's Hollins again. Making the catch inside the 5-yard. Allen rifles it. Open! It's Samuel for the touchdown. For the lead. Butker from 35. Dead center. Whole season for Buffalo on the line here. There they come. He just desperately throws it up in the air. Incomplete. Kincaid was right there. Can Mahomes do it? Got the P-Ryan. P-Ryan makes the move around Bernard. And that will clinch it.
Got a bad hangover and it's staying here. You were laughing in your coveralls with your bandana tied.
And the Chiefs do it for the third straight years. Again, they win the AFC for the third straight year, something like that. Anyway, though, they're looking for the three-peat. This game, I guess, kind of went as you expected as a Bills fan. Another heartbreaking loss. But the Chiefs are just the better team, in my opinion, to be honest, in these types of situations. Their Bills are now 0-4 against the Chiefs in the playoffs with Mahomes versus Allen. They know a lot about that number. So, I mean, again, for Bills fans who are really frustrated and are kind of fed up with, again, them losing, well, there's two ways I think they could have thought about it, and I totally understand both. One, obviously, being, well, this is just completely ridiculous. How do we keep losing this team? Like, I'm pissed, basically. And, I mean, that's not exactly the right way to look at it, but it's completely understandable. I mean, if my team lost to the Niners 4 straight NFC championships or AFC, whatever the hell this is, then I'd be kind of pissed too. But the other one would be, what the heck do we have to do at this point to get better? Like, I'm fed up. We need something. And, it's going to be something to continue to struggle unless the Chiefs, finally lose. But Chiefs going to the Super Bowl again, third straight year again. They're looking for the 3-peat. Again, you're going to be hearing that a lot over the next few weeks. There's a reason I only do one Super Bowl preview or anything really like that. I still don't know why Fox is having 5 hours of pregame coverage, but that's besides the point. We'll get a lot more into the Super Bowl in probably like 2 weeks from Saturday, I guess, which is what we'd say there. But anyway, though, for the Bills, they had a fantastic season. I mean, it doesn't matter because they lost this one again. But, it's frustrating. I get it. Again, they had the most wins in, 5 season span without getting to the Super Bowl once. Pretty ridiculous. But that's how the story's gone for them. And, I don't want to finish that. Anyway, though, for Allen, he had another good game. I wouldn't say he had a great game, though, because there were some plays where I think he could have got the ball a little bit quicker or taken a deeper shot. Despite him and Matt Collins having a really good rapport there. But yeah, Josh Allen, I do think he needs a guy who's like a legit number one receiver. Again, as good as Stephon Diggs was in 2020, which is really the only year he's had like a legit elite receiver, I don't think he was the right guy for this offense. And I'm going to probably harp on this all again. There's, what every single NFL team needs to do in the offseason. I think the Bills need to get an absolute stutter receiver. I'm just going to tell you guys that right now. Will that affect Josh Allen's play and them turning the ball only 8 times this year? Yes, he'll probably throw a lot more interceptions like we're used to seeing next year. But I do think it'll actually give him a much better shot at beating the Chiefs. All right, running game. James Cook, you can't really complain. He was very efficient in this game. Had a couple of explosive runs. Also had those 2 touchdowns. High effort game from him. You really can't ask for much more. Josh Allen, I will say, him being the size he is and as consistent he is on those short yardage situations, the fact that he only, I get people are going to be, again, Bills fans are pissed that they didn't give him that first down, but the fact that Josh Allen isn't able to get that, definitively with his size, in being who he should be, I don't think he deserved to get it. So, again, you might be pissed about that, Bills fans, but it's kind of the truth with that. Again, he should be getting that. It also suggests what the Chiefs will be able to do against the Eagles, push next week, or not next week in the Super Bowl. Ty Johnson really wasn't effective though. Ray Davis only got 2 carries. Matt Collins, again, he had a couple of big plays downfield. I think he should stick around on this team because he seems like a guy who could be pretty good for them. Again, he's a very unique guy too. James Cook, I was surprised he had 49 yards. Khalil Shakir got completely locked up. He got no separation, but he did have one of those bigger plays in the middle of the game. Mark Cooper is just kind of falling off a cliff, let's be honest there. Don Cade, really tough drop, but I'm not even going to harp on that. he probably could have caught it, but the Bills were screwed. Literally, that was whatever happened there. I don't really think they had a shot. So the fact that again, Josh Allen, and Don Cade were able to figure that out somehow and almost make a play there was pretty fantastic. Keon Coleman only getting 3 targets. He really didn't get open though. You'll see more on him later in the offseason. Dawson Knox and Curtis Samuel, they also were in there. Curtis Samuel, huge touchdown. Ty Johnson, I guess, had a catch. For this defense, Cole Bishop was really the only guy, I think, making an effort to be physical. That's why he had 10 tackles. 2 or 3 of them were in the open field where, again, he was a little bit more conservative. But that's besides the point. Matt Milano continues to show why he's one of the best players in the entire NFL. I'm going to continue to say that, which you might think is crazy, but he's that good. Again, had a sack there. Russell Douglas and Christian Benford. I sort of want to get injured because Kyrie Elam is in there. And whenever Kyrie Elam's in the game, something's wrong. Taylor Bernard, though, had 6 tackles. He's been kind of underwhelming entirely this year, but it really doesn't matter. Jordan Phillips going to have that huge sack. But overall, I don't think this defense really is just straight up good enough in this one. Again, there's a lot of things I think they did pretty well, but especially limiting explosive plays. But in terms of down on this defense, we knew coming into the year they weren't exactly the most gaudy, but I don't really think that was a big issue in this one. They just really didn't play up to their potential. Tyler Bassett, the 53-yarder. I'd probably trade that back for what happened last year. Mahomes, though, 18 of 26, 245, and a touchdown. He did what he usually does. He also hasn't thrown a pick since he played the Bills, and this team's only lost this season. Again, they said the second loss, but that was when they freaking rested literally everybody. I don't think Andy Reid was at that game. But, yeah, that was the only last time Mahomes threw an interception was mid-November when they were playing the Bills in Week 11. So, unless something changes next in the Super Bowl, I really don't expect Mahomes to have anything different there. Kareem Hunt, again, that one long touchdown, that was really about it. Not long, somewhat long. Mahomes had 2 touchdowns. First time he's ever had 2 rushing touchdowns in the same game. Pretty surprising there. Xavier Worthy, 6 for 85 and a touchdown. He was very good, showed up. Juju, but neither of these were really like bombs by any means, but yeah, he did have 2, I guess, explosive plays. Hollywood Brown on a big 3rd down conversion. Travis Kelce, again, his snaps like 5 catch streak in the playoffs, but let's be honest, they really didn't eat him in this one. Outside of that, though, I mean, hats off to Samaje Perine on picking up that first down. They really needed that, obviously, but for the Chiefs, there we go. This is just kind of the same old thing on offense. Also, shout out to Joe Chudy. He's been a beast there, left tackle for them. Defensively, first thing I'm going to say is that Drew Tranquill is a very good linebacker. I'm not going to say he's elite by any means. Physically, he's just straight up not, but I will say he played really well in this one. Justin Reed, very good, run supporting safety. Nick Bolton played awesome. He's going to play even better in the Super Bowl like he did back in 2022. Jaden Hicks, I don't know how he played that much in this one, but he did his job. So, again, keep him out there. Trent McDuffie, 4 tackles as well. Wasn't his greatest game, though. Mike Dana had a really nice sack, and as well as Tershawn Warren. This defense's pass rush overall, it steps up in the playoffs when they need it. And overall, this defense is just really good. Steve Spagnuolo, back to that 4th down, exotic blitz is what I'd call it, I guess. The moment he called that, the Bills had no chance at getting anything. Again, they almost did, which was just the craziest part about it. But yeah, that play just completely blew it up. They basically said screw the check down to Khalil Shakir, which was what Josh Allen had, because they knew that he was going to look for something on the other side of the field because that's where his first progressions were. So they basically blitzed that side completely, gave 2 free rushers, and again, I don't care on any play. No matter how good the call is by the defensive coordinator, there should never be 2 free runners at the quarterback. But just because of the situation, I don't think that the Bills' O-line was ready for that. So that's why, again, the Chiefs were able to get that many guys right on Josh Allen that quick on that 4th down play. Anyway, though, for the team stats, it was pretty much dead even. I mean, yards was literally even. Yards per play did go to the Chiefs. I think that was definitely indicative overall. But outside of that, again, the Chiefs did have 1 turnover. It really didn't amount to much. But Chiefs have now won 4 straight against the Bills in the playoffs, or they're 4-0 against Mahomes versus Allen, and that's literally the difference between the two. Let's be honest there. A lot of other stuff, but again, anyone who thinks that Josh Allen is better than Mahomes, well, I mean, you're just wrong in the first place. But yeah, 4 in a row just kind of tells you everything. Anyway, though, yeah, we'll have some draft content coming to you guys on Wednesday, which is again the first look at the top 50 prospects. I love always doing that video, again, giving you guys some introduction to the draft, getting draft to be part of this channel. So I've been doing a lot of scouting too. So get ready for Wednesday. First look at the top 50 prospects in this year's draft. I'm going to use probably Daniel Jeremiah's or what's the other dude's? I completely forgot the other guy's name. Daniel Jeremiah probably. Or Bucky Brooks. He's pretty good with that too. Anyway, though, get ready for that. And also, again, you'll be seeing some Pro Bowl content coming up too, because, I mean, that's always fun to do. But yeah, again, first draft content of the year, again, coming on Wednesday. Anyway, though, hope you guys enjoyed these games. I really didn't, but if you're one of these teams' fans that won, I mean, I guess so.
Give it now. They should have given it. Gets rid of it. 10 seconds to go. Fans wanted to travel. Rice at 3. Good! Good! Got to push it. Rodney Rice.